Hi, I'm Stephanie D'Alfonso with the first of 35 simple science backed techniques for my book, Goodbye Anxiety, Hello Freedom. I will always remember the first client I taught this to because it was astounding. I had this 20-year-old, 20 something year old young man coming in, and he had struggled his entire life with these uncontrollable urges to throw his fist out like he was going to punch you and to be yelling very loudly, very, very inappropriate things. So much so that I had alerted my office mate next door that there was going to be a lot of yelling, but not to worry that I was okay. So I learned this in the morning at a yoga class, and the young man came in, and I thought, three-part breath. Now, wait, if you've already learned this in a yoga class, this is going to be a different one than you learned. So hang in there with me. So here, this young man, he'd struggled with this uncontrollability for his entire life. I teach him this technique, and he sat there on my couch for I don't know how long, like nice and calm, quiet, like a Zen baby. It was absolutely astounding. So, if it can work that profoundly for him, how well do you think it's going to work for you? I think it's going to work pretty well. So let me explain how we're going to do it, and then I'll guide you through it. So before we even start, I want you to think about a situation or event that happened recently, sometime in the past couple days, maybe week or so, that caused you to get stressed or anxious or frustrated. And give it a number from 1 to 10, 1 being the least, 10 through the roof, of how you feel it now. Not when it happened the other day, but how you feel it now, because we drag this stuff with us and we're still churning over stuff that happened days ago, months ago, sometimes decades ago. So give it that number in the back of your head. And not yet, but in a moment, I'll invite you to close your eyes and imagine a beautiful pool of healing energy at the base of your feet. And then I'll invite you to take 3/3 of a breath, a third of a breath up to your knees and pause, a third of a breath up to your belly and pause, final third of a breath up to your head, pause, and then exhale and let it all go. We'll do this 3 times, and I think you'll be a little astounded at how good you feel when we're done with this. So, if you're comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes and imagine that beautiful pool of healing energy at your feet, perhaps with some color to it or not. Whatever it is for you is fine. And imagine that you take just a third of a sip of a breath up to your knees and pause. Another third of a breath up to your belly and pause. That final third of a breath all the way to the top of your head. Hold it for just a moment and then exhale. Nice and quiet, or if you're by yourself, make it a big open mouth exhale. And we'll do that again. Imagine that pool of energy, a third of a breath up to your knees, another third of a breath up to your belly. That final third of a breath up to the top of your head, filling your entire body, letting it all go. One more time, a third of a breath up to your knees and pause. Another third of a breath up to your belly and pause. That final third of a breath all the way up to the top of your head, filling your entire being and letting it all go. And now let your breath come back to its natural rhythm and think about that situation you were thinking about a few moments ago. And notice what number it is now. And isn't that astounding how it can come down that much that quickly? Again, don't let the simplicity of this or any of the techniques in the book fool you. They're simple because simple shifts are what create lasting change. I'm Stephanie D'Alfonso. I'll see you next week with another technique from Goodbye Anxiety, Hello Freedom.
Get all the techniques. Buy your copy of Goodbye Anxiety, Hello Freedom from Amazon now. And sign up for more videos, tips, and strategies at ibringcalm.com.